Alrighty, guys. Well, we just finished up talking about the first season of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Well, season 2 is already confirmed and on the way. Not only is season 2 confirmed and on the way, actually season 3 is as well. I believe that Marvel Studios has confirmed a while ago that they were already greenlighting and in production of seasons 2 and 3 of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And after watching the show, and again, if you're tuning into just the individual segment, or you're coming to this segment before having listened to the previous one where I review this series, no worries. But just to recap, I really liked Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Again, is it the best Spider-Man thing ever made? No. I think Tom Holland's Spider-Man is much better. I think that Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse are better, even though I am personally not the number one fan of those films, even though I quite like them. So anyways, yeah, but it was really enjoyable for what it was. And I'm excited to see season 2. And one thing I said about Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 1 is that it did such a good job of exploring Peter Parker and Spider-Man so holistically. All the villains, all the different aspects of his character. Uncle Ben's death, it didn't need to be rehashed, but it was a big part of who Peter Parker was. Aunt May as well, and his friends. I mean, sure, it wasn't the traditional Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy, whatnot, but we'll get there, right? We'll get there. And, speaking of getting there, Marvel has just confirmed a big new character, because not only is Gwen Stacy confirmed to appear in season 2 of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, but Spider-Gwen is also confirmed to be appearing in the second season. So we got a couple images, right, from Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2. And yeah, it looks like we're not, because I just saw the first image on Instagram and I was like, oh, really cool. We're going to be getting Gwen Stacy, and maybe she'll be, just kind of a love interest, or perhaps she'll be, one of Peter's new friends. But it's not just Gwen Stacy we're seeing. It's also Spider-Gwen. And we're all more familiar now with Spider-Gwen because of the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. So, I think this would have been a little bit of a bigger pop if it had been the first time we'd seen Spider-Gwen, but still, it's a very exciting prospect that Spider-Man will not be the only Spider-Person in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2. I think the question to me becomes, at what point does this become a little too close to Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse? Are we going to get a Miles Morales eventually? I'd like to see it. But, I mean, at what point does this just become Into the Spider-Verse, but instead we're focusing on Peter Parker? I'm not saying that's a bad thing, necessarily. I think it's fine. But I do think that I like that the series is carving out its own little niche. And to be fair, this version of Spider-Gwen looks obviously different than the one that's voiced by Haley Steinfeld in the animated film. So I think that that's fine and all. But it's still just something that I'm keeping in the back of my head of. And they're doing a lot to differentiate itself. I mean, Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse don't even have Harry Osborn being a big character, or Norman Osborn, to be fair. So again, they're doing different things. And I get it that they're different franchises and spot, but I mean, in general, dealing with the multiverse and, now different Spider-People, Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man. And so, I don't know. It's just a thought that occurred to me. But even still, I am very excited to see what role Spider-Gwen plays. I'm very curious to see what other Spider-Verse people show up in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. And, most of all, I'm just excited to see the development of the characters we've seen thus far, with Nico and with Peter, Harry, Norman, Pearl, Lonnie. I think that all these characters are rich and really, there's a lot of development that could happen with these characters. And I'm very excited to see it. So, guys, for those of you who have seen, or even those of you who haven't seen Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, are you excited for Season 2, first of all? Because I think that it's one of the interesting things that Marvel did, where they announced, even before Season 1 came out, they were like, we're going to do Season 2, and we're going to do Season 3. It showed some level of confidence in the series, which is good, and it paid off, I think. I think people are excited. So are you guys excited for Season 2 and a potential Season 3? And also, are you excited for the inclusion of Gwen Stacy and / Spider-Gwen? Let me know in the comments down below.